Good morning, everyone. Ray here with Smith Government Consulting. I have not done a tutorial video here in a little while. Life's been a little bit crazy the last couple of weeks, but I want to try and get back into it today. And I want to talk about a TPR through the FCP system. Again, if you're not familiar with the FCP, this is the platform that has replaced the SIP program. And if you're not familiar with the TPR, it stands for Temporary Price Reduction, also known as a sale price. There's a lot of reasons you would use a TPR. It might just be that you want to be a little bit more competitive on your price. Maybe you have a special discount from your supplier for a limited amount of time, or maybe you just have a bunch of inventory that you want to clear out because you want to make room for some new stuff. A lot of different reasons you would use it, but in short, anytime you don't want the price reduction to be permanent, you're going to want to use a temporary price reduction. So the first thing we would do, we would download our product file. So I have my sample one here of some different films. Just made it really easy so I could have a sample of a product file. And then for the purposes here, we're going to say these are the items that we want to put on sale. Some of them might be maybe there's a sequel to the film coming out, there's a new Jurassic Park this summer. Some of them just really great movies. U.S. Marshals, Patriot Games, great. Some movies here, hey, I have too many on hand. They're awful films. I just want them out of my warehouse. So we're going to put them on a really good sale, even if that means we're going to take a loss on them, because I just want them gone. With a list this small, I would typically just go through my product file and find them one by one because it would be pretty quick to do. But I want to show you how to do this as if it were a larger list. And to do that, we're going to use a VLOOKUP. So I'm going to go ahead and capture my part numbers, manufacturer part numbers. If you're ever concerned, you can do a conditional formatting, highlight, show me anything duplicate. There shouldn't be any duplicate values most of the time, but yep, and you can see there's nothing highlighted, so we have no duplicates. So I can definitely copy this. I'll bring it over here. These are going to be the items I want to find on my VLOOKUP. And bring that back over and take a look here. Here are the new part numbers that we're going to put on a sale price. I'm going to copy those. And those are going to be my reference values here. So this VLOOKUP table, and first we're going to hit the value for that. You'll see why we're doing that here in a second, but it is important. I want there to be a value in here because that's how we're going to note what we're changing. So this does have a dual VLOOKUP. This is if there were some other values I wanted to do for some different mods. Not going to worry about that right now, but because I don't feel like typing this VLOOKUP every single time, I just keep a blank form of this on my desktop. So what this will do is it's going to say find anything in this column, which is from our product file, that's over here that's also on our change list. And I'm going to fill those down. So anything that's not over here is marked with this NA. Anything that is marked with an X. And here's where that's really important. So move these out of the way. I'm going to add a column here because this is how I'm going to pick and choose what we want. Now I'm going to come here, and this entire column here, I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to come over here. We always want to paste the value. If we just do a regular Control-V or copy-paste, it's going to paste in the formulas which don't exist over here, so we want to make sure we do that the right way. And I'm going to label this column as a TPR. Now again, I don't want these that have an NA because we're not changing those, and on the product file, when we submit this to FCP, we only want what we're changing. So I'm going to do a filter, and I'm going to only keep the ones that are not changing because we're going to delete those from the product file. So I'm starting at the top and coming all the way down to the bottom and delete. Come back up, we're going to take the filter off. Now you can see here we're left with just the items that we want to change. So I no longer need this column, so we're going to delete that. Now we're going to use our VLOOKUP table again. So to do that, I'm going to clear out everything that we have on it because we're going to restart this. Again, you might have a slightly faster way to do this. This is just a way that works for me. I prefer it. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say, what's our part number? These are the items that we're changing, but it's going to be a much smaller list now. And then we're going to come over here to the new pricing. This is our sale price. I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Put that as my reference. Oops, put that in the wrong field. Sorry about that. We're actually going to copy and paste both part number and the new price. And now we don't need that one anymore. So let's maximize this so you can see it and drill that down. So now we have just the new. Now it just happens that these are in the same order. That's not always going to be the case. That's why we do the VLOOKUP table, so that we make sure that we're putting only the right things in the right columns. So this is going to be my new sale price. I'm going to copy those, and I'm going to come back over here to my product file and come all the way over to the right. Find it, sale price, also known as the TPR, and paste. And we're going to put in today's date, 3/19/2025. Always make sure you put the full date in, just to make sure that it's formatted the right way. Copy those down, and let's just say we want to run this for 2 months of 5/19/2025. This is the date that TPR is going to end. And now here's my brand new product file. I see my awarded price, $47.15, on sale at $35, and all the way down. When we submit this through the FCP, it's going to double check you to make sure that this price is in fact lower than this price. Obvious reason there, you can't have a TPR that is higher than your currently awarded GSA price. Once we do this, we're going to fill out the cover letter. There's samples of that on GSA's PMO guidance. It'll actually write it for you. You just kind of fill in the blanks with your information. You're going to tell it, again, through the EMOD system then, when you're starting it, when you're stopping it, and how many items there are. And we're going to let this run right through FCP. It does all the compliance checkers. It will still check your price to make sure that this is still considered a fair and reasonable price. So if, for example, you have somebody else selling the US Marshals film at, say, $5, and you're putting it on a TPR at $10.50, it's still going to kick that back and say that your price is too high, even though your awarded price is even higher. But it's going to let you know, maybe that's one that we want to double check that. Let's see if we can get Tommy Lee Jones to give us a little bit of a break and sell his film for a little bit less. So again, we're going to submit this right through FCP, let it run through. This will become effective immediately, and that's the one really important thing to remember. The TPR is live instantly. So that means as soon as you submit this, you are obligated to offer those new prices. These will populate on GSA Advantage immediately as well. As soon as that mod hits eMod, these prices go right to GSA Advantage. So they will become current for you. So just kind of remember that, coach your sales team through, hey, we put these items on a sale price. If there's a way that you can put that into your ERP system, even better, so that way they know right away, hey, I can't charge $10.43 for Gravity. Terrible movie, I rooted for Space the entire time, so we're going to sell it for $2 because, again, we just want to clear it out of our shelves. So that is the TPR. I hope that helps someone. If you have any questions, reach out to me anytime, let me know. Be happy to walk you through doing one of these for the first time. Other than that, have a great day.